Tonight on RGB, we see what was boiling over and bubbling under in this week's news headlines. Then we smell sweet success with Gert-Johan Coetzee, and we talk tear gas and beyond with K.O.
Moloni Gununonke from Mufftown to the mother city, Umzansi, Wonke Jigelele. This is the Real Goboza, Africa's gossip leader, and njengesiqhelo ke bantu si-ready, si-willing, si-able ukuphathela all these stories that are fit for sharing. Andihambi ndodwa mna as sinazo yowa, ndihamba no Samora Mngesi.
Hello.
Hey.
Ndinibulise nani emakhaya njengesiqhelo ndiphethe lo sisilona onefika engathi zawuthi so are the days of our lives. Nikhumbule ke bethu into bana it is Human Rights Month in full swing, and as always nikhumbule ba everybody has the right to peace, love and life no matter their race, color or gender. Yonke into bethuna is about respect. Nikhumbule ke another thing esirespectayo about RGB is making sure that you know every juicy detail from the tales ezisuka kuRomamo. So biza ke wena unoPink, ubiza unoRoy, ubiza uCarolina,
Biza noNokuthula.
It's time for your news headlines zakeveki.
Bathathu abantu ababanjiweyo in connection with Treasure's hijacking and kidnapping on the 6th of February. Imoto yakhe nayo ifunyenwe ke kodwa uthi yena akasayifuni. So anyone with a sense of adventure could just go and ask uba ufuna malini ngalo moto. Kodwa uqale ngofaka i-tracking device please, because wow.
Penny Libyani has called out osaziwayo that don't treat designers with irrespect. Specifically, gebethuna those that return impahla zingahlanjwanga, bazibuyisa late okanye zimoshakele. Oh, yini bethuna. So ke ngoku njengoba ndi-designer kufuneka ndiphinde ndiyowucikica. Amahemhem athi ke Ushoma Josie and Proteas cricket star Kagiso Rabada's budding romance have been greatly exaggerated. Kuthiwa bazitshomi nje sinazo njengam nawe. Bachilo bayitu. So again, naturally akho umuntu uzabakholelwa. Bethuna kuthiwa love is in the air whether they want it or not.
Bantu kuyindaba ezimbi ke uSjava no Lady Zama. This issue just got way darker with reports that Lady Zama uvule ityala of alleged rape against uSjava last November over an incident ekuthiwa yenzeke ngoSeptember ka-2017. However, Sjava was questioned akabanjwa because its justice system in our South Africa is alive with possibilities. Kodwa ke, the good news is that following the allegations, the Cape Town Jazz Festival has distanced themselves from this man.
Soccer star Kama Biliat has scored a decisive victory over umama omntana wakhe, alleged baby mama. The courts have granted him a permanent protection order against her, and she can't talk about him or with him anywhere. Jonga ke umntana yena can do whatever they want, as soon as they learn the walking and talking things.
Now, reports are that uSibongiseni Shabalala noXolani Majozi, onyana be-late Ladysmith Black Mambazo founding member uTatu Joseph Shabalala, are apparently fighting for control of the group. Lento yenzeka nangona uTatu Shabalala nominate uThami Shabalala uba makuphathe yena. Guys, this is not a Facebook group. Awunovese kublock nje admin privileges zomuntu othunyiweyo, please.
A multitude of celebs worldwide have been falling down this past week. Akho sizathu esaziwayo anything, it's just gravity, sense umsebenzi wayo. Kabantu ke abathi it's ghosts because the spirit world has a sense of humor.
U-Oprah bantu uwe esenza i-speech, uDJ Maphorisa ebesithi utsiba i-fence, i-gravity yathi u-AKA ngelishwa ke ethe ezama i-crowd surfing during ingoma yakhe ethi congratulate i-audience nayo yathi bamyeka wawa phansi kodwa ke waqhubeleka ngengoma. Can somebody at least congratulate him?
Yazi into efuneka sike siyenze, funeka sichekishe nje imiphefumulo yabantu xa besiwa ba akho nto sisalifumana nakho phunga le whisky mhlambi elikhoyo.
Hey, unyanisile. Now on to smells of finer things. Not every celebrity can define themselves not only by impahla kodwa nendlela nje anuka ngayo.
So when designer extraordinaire Gert-Johan Coetzee launched his new fragrance, just know we had to come on down and smell the success. Take a look.
The man known for his fashion-forward ways is releasing a signature fragrance, and RGB is hands-on to find out exactly what success smells like. Okay, Drew,
Yeah.
What does success smell like for you?
Spicy, fruity, sweet.
A bank notification. You should smell me right now.
What I'm smelling all around me tonight is
Like money.
Do you have a specific fragrance that you like for like work? Or is it like every day you have this one that you just love wearing?
What I like to do is I have my base and then I will mix it with different fragrances. Yes.
I mix them up according to my mood.
I love to create my own signature fragrance.
How do you tell someone who might have, bad body odor without offending them?
I think you start by buying them a beautiful fragrance.
No, you check underneath, be like, notice me, tell you something, yes? Yes.
Wazala, Satanata to perfume la. I buy them perfume.
Can you tell me what the difference is between perfume and parfum?
Parfum would probably be the one with higher notes and scents and it's richer.
It's a high dose of the actual fragrant oil.
Perfume lasts longer. And the other one doesn't. Let me just Google.
And toilet?
Oh no, that I don't even know. Like, can you tell me, please?
Or the toilets. Ipele toilets. It does not last.
What smell reminds you of home?
Itombolo.
My mom's cooking, definitely.
Roses.
Cakes in the oven when I smell fresh bread baking.
Philomena, I grew up in Yeovil, guys. The smell of home is like alcohol, like cigarettes.
What smells remind you of a bad lover?
My bad lover's perfume.
Anything that's messing up my sinuses.
Rotten fish.
Overpowering soapy.
I don't recall any information of that in my head.
I've never had bad lovers.
Sweat. Very strong coffee.
What reminds you of a perfect day, like a good day? When you finish it off and you get home and you're like, I had a good day. What smell reminds you of that?
Like sweet, spicy, classy, like now. I had a brilliant day. I guess the ocean.
Nature, I don't know, but nature doesn't have a smell. Yeah.
A lot of celebrities are coming out with their signature fragrances. Which celebrity do you think should maybe hold off on doing such things?
Oh, why would I answer such? You.
Yo, I'm a nice person. I work with everyone. And I'm not out here trying to smell people either, so.
I ain't gonna. Who am I to say no?
Samora, I'm sure you know this, man. Okay? My exes all remind me of the same smell. Ashes.
Oh, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, rubbish and dust. Ngonyo amapetyu, sibuyele kusisipingi. Wala sisipingi. But anyway, right now you can go tend to your own flame, ye ashes, ezipheleleyo, while the RGB isathi chelele $8.
Coming up, we talk tear gas reunions with K.O.
Sibuyile ke bantu with the home of celebrity gossip, apha Real Goboza, the one place where all of them wish bangakuyo until they make that little boo-boo.
Njalo ke bethuna, when they say that you can't keep a good man down, we have to refer to indwendwe lethu ehleli apha kwi-City of Superstars.
Bantu, he has experienced loads of ups and downs in his career nakule music business. Kodwa, he still keeps going. This star is taking another shot at being a record label boss and is back with Skanda World signing brand new artists. And welcome to RGB, Mr. K.O.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Cashtime, Mr. Skanda World, Mr. Skanda Love, Mr. Skanda Cash, Mr. Cash Skanda Love Cash World.
Thank you.
All right, to go to babes.
Right,
First of all, congratulations on the new label. Tell us who you've signed and what we can expect from them.
Yeah, the label is called Skanda World. So it basically is an extension of what I do and my signature style of music. Skanda obviously is inspired by my first album, which was Kana Republic with Abokarakara and all that stuff. So we went and turned that into an actual entity and branded it as Skanda World. And the first thing that we launched from that business was a clothing line. So I have a couple of artists. Official first artist is a young dude all the way from Ep39, and his name is Uloki.
K.O, tell us about the Cashtime. What really happened there?
It was a business that really matured quickly and unfortunately also collapsed quickly. And the
What would
reason
you say are some of the mistakes that you made in that business leading to its downfall?
it was mainly built on friendship. That was one of the strongest pillars. We didn't have contracts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's just like what a business, a family type of structure is based on. You know, you just think, all right, cool, so loyalty is enough. And then eventually people just decided, okay, cool, let me go and explore my own opportunities. And that's why we didn't have contracts. Because as an artist myself, I never want to find myself imprisoned to a certain label or situation that I don't want to be a part of, but because there's a piece of paper that says I need to be there. Because whatever that I'm going to produce at that time is not going to be my best work. So it was open-ended on that regard, because so that if they get to that point, they can go and explore other opportunities on their own peril.
You mentioned that Pelagwe Cashtime, you went through a dark phase.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I went through a phase where I was this guy who opened doors for people, and then boom, a year later, I'm being demonized as an evil individual who just like wanted to be the sole guy that's shining at Cashtime, and I was literally there to kill people's careers and stuff like that, you know? And as a result, it just affected my brand as an artist. As well, you know, and I found myself like, even with the music that I was putting out at the time, there was just like resistance from the very same people that had supported me, you know. So I had to fight through that for a couple of years, as a matter of fact. That's why when people now, like maybe from like last year or even the year before, say, oh, K.O is back, I didn't go anywhere, you know. During that whole period after Cashtime and me building myself up to where I am now, I was still putting out music, but it obviously was not cutting through as much because there was just like that whole thing hanging in the air. So I would probably not get the same amount of airplay or however, you know what I mean? The same amount of visibility, because there was just like that dark cloud happening.
So how did you claw your way out of this dark space? Was it purely by yourself, or did you seek out professional help?
The only professional help that I had on my side was God. I go to church every Sunday, you know, as much as I can. And you need to go through the dips, because that is where you learn some of your hardest lessons that will come in handy, you know, in the future. So I'm blessed, even having gone through, you know, the dip.
Okay, it's your guess. A lot of people want a reunion. Why will it not happen?
Late 2018, we were just about to do it. All right. The first catalyst was the song that I did with AKA called Fire Emoji, and for the first time, I wanted to be seen with my brothers from Tear Gas in the video. And they made time, and we all, you know, were there. And from that, a conversation, you know, started amongst ourselves. All right, cool. So I think whatever that might have transpired, you know, the miscommunication, you know, amongst the three of us, we can put that aside and build. 2 months later, something played out on social media. So Duza was releasing an album, and I didn't know about it. So he put it out, and I think a day or two later, he goes on social media and says, yeah, so this goes to show that this guy is an a-hole, this, that, and the third. The reason why Tear Gas is where it is because of him. He didn't even post my album.
Oh, because you didn't see it?
Yeah, I didn't know, bro.
But did he pick up the phone and call you and say,
no.
Hey, brother, listen.
Someone told me, did you see homie's tweets? And I'm like, oh, is that? Okay, cool. And then it just went crazy. And then I decided, okay, cool, maybe he still feels a certain way. It just felt like, to me, maybe if anything, maybe there was still like some animosity.
Some residual things.
That was still there.
Directly, instead of expecting you to find out on social media along with everybody else.
You know, sad part is, after that, I never had a conversation with him.
In terms of the friends that you keep, are they more outside of the music industry?
You know what's so crazy? I only had a handful of friends coming into this industry. Like if I'm talking about real friends, and then everyone else is just like an industry associate.
K.O kudala wathi kule industry akana beef yena. Wathi untoks hold my cappuccino.
Rightfully so.
So
do
you now consider yourself a rapper with beef?
No, regardless of whatever might have played out, that is like my brother. I came up with that man. You feel me? Like before even the music thing, you know, we were sharing the same bed, you know. At one point at their house, him, and myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's just how it is. We come from the trenches. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Come up, the bed has to accommodate.
Yeah.
No, we got
come
it.
from the trenches, so
they
would come to my house. I'd go to their house. You know, so the bond is really, really, really deep. You know, so I wouldn't call that beef. Like that is just two brothers who are just going through almost like a sibling rivalry.
If you are still considering him your brother, do you see some kind of resolution where you guys come back together?
It needs to happen. I still was the one who initiated the fact that, hey, let's look at getting back together. Let's regroup. You know what I mean?
Imangethi guess njengoba wena noNandi ni collaborator oko ningaze nenze duo nje ni copy album one time.
Yeah, I mean we've been getting those. I've been seeing, you know, the requests. Truth be told, we make a great duo. We'll see how things play out in the near future.
But what more can we expect from you?
I want to make sure that we open doors for the next big wave of superstars in hip-hop, you know, not just like guys that are on the come up. So I want to do that, and I want to lead that conversation. And also in the fashion space, I also want to make sure that I solidify myself as maybe one of the gurus, you know, as far as street wear is concerned, with the label and with the clothing brand that we have going on. Well, then thank you for supporting me all these years. This is technically my 14th year in the music business, and it's incredible, man. And the journey hasn't been super smooth, but we are survivors and we fighters, and I'm here to lead by example. So whoever's watching, learn from my wins, but you need to study my failures even closer. So yeah.
Oh wow!
I mean,
on that profound note. Thank you so much, Ngomani Uzosibona Butwami. It's always a pleasure. Bantu nizivele. That was K.O, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. RGB is abuya kungek ndala.
After the break, we see Africa's rising local fashion sense. Then we learn who's this week's world-wandering globetrotter, and we party hard with all the famous faces of Ultra.
Namgele go round 3 of tonight's gossip tales with Real Goboza. Siyathemba uba ispace sendaba nisenaso because siziphaka zishushu.
It's time to rock it local style with some of our famous faces up in Mzansi Africa ke bethuna.
Now, South African fashion defines the look of a season or just an event. Kodwa sikhe sizibuze ngamanye amaxesha kubani othunga impahla better? Is it local or international, guys?
Emma, sithetha ngothunga impahla okanye sithetha ngothunga ishort?
I literally just said uthunga impahla. Cha, omnye umuntu ingqondo iseku last weekend ne-shots of themselves.
Phambi koba niphenduleke nina bethu emakhaya, let Rox Robinson give you the 411 on supporting the local fashionistas.
How would you describe your style?
I design clothes that really care for the woman and the body and how she feels.
Inspired by the continent. North, south, west, east. We have beautiful cultures here. I use that in my accessories.
How important is it to support local brands as opposed to bragging about international brands?
It's our time. It's the only way we're going to change the economic landscape in the creative space is if we support our own.
Then how would you say African fashion has influenced the West?
There's an effortlessness in how we Africans create.
I think really we've influenced the world to think outside the box.
How do you feel about international brands actually stealing our designs?
Do you have 2 hours?
For me, like I said, like sometimes you see copies and said a copy is someone that is copying your past, not your present.
Who is your local fashion icon?
Any man to woman. Any man to anybody who wears my clothes, I really admire.
I would say my leader is Tula Cindy.
Definitely Queen Avaloy.
But it's okay to like a touch of Italian, maybe a little bit of French over on the side. Got my African body zazua apa ekai.
So keep it local, Gebetuna, because you look silly in an international boutique asking the salesperson, sorry, does it come in a bigger booty? Well, it's time to find out with this week's RGB Globetrotter.
Shout out to Babalicious, Babalo Mneno.
Now, Babalo has the travel bug and likes to shop. I mean, she really likes to shop. As much about Babalo upinango ku elizweni, but we know that she did a lot of shopping and spent on designer clothes. The struggle is real, my friends. Magas Babalo, just in case you find a little something, besides 32,
Nancela isihlangu singu-39, please. Now from banging outfits, Masia, to some banging tunes with Africa's largest electronic music festival.
As taking a collar tune, Gebetuna, to copy this tune, press 1. No. Take a trip with us to the land of the dance music kings. This is Ultra with a Biteweiser. Enjoy.
Anyway, Ultra started in 1999. I want to know from you, where were you? Babas J. Onole Kai.
Yo guys, I was at home probably because I was in school, so it's definitely illegal to be out at festivals.
I probably was in grade 1.
My parents were moving to Joburg. So it was one of those things.
I was still in high school.
I was born in 1999 actually.
I was rocking with them old guys. I think I was doing grade 2.
I was doing grade Ara or preschool or somewhere there. We always hear about people that are being extra. When do you think a person is being ultra?
When they step out at a festival like this and they go to the nines, they dress to the nines.
I think when you're being ultra, you're living your most fabulous life.
You're losing your mind?
And a person is like me, you're being ultra.
It's when they're being themselves.
Well, I think I live on ultra mode.
When they're completely different to everybody.
And who do you think is the king of South African music, male or female?
Woo! Black Coffee.
It's my boy Risa right now.
Nara Nakai, I'm sorry for ever doubt on you, girl. You're doing your thing. Shout out to you.
Definitely, I think Black Coffee is taking everything to the top.
Shoma Josie. Which music genre do you think should be represented the most this year?
Hip-hop, obviously. And not only just hip-hop, but like women in hip-hop.
Or piano, because it had the whole 10 months, the past 10 months.
I'm a fan of good music, so I never bind myself to any genre.
Who would disappoint you the most if they were a no-show, if they didn't pitch tonight?
Yo, if DJ Snake doesn't show up tonight, I'm gonna break furniture. I'm sorry.
Definitely DJ Snake, Black Coffee as well.
DJ Snake.
Afrojack.
Probably Black Coffee. DJ Snake, please, huh? Have you seen him?
Yay! How do you define a king?
Listen! I feel like 2020, the kings are female, actually.
It's someone who comes into a room and people already know that you're the one in charge. You know, you don't have to say, "It may not boss," so people must see it, they must feel it.
Noba uzixela uba uroyal kangakanani wena ngaphakathi enhliziyweni bantu ipati funeka uyishiye before you become deaf or become a royal pain in the booty.
Hey, Bethuna yazi. 1999. So the world is going to end and then it didn't and then okay, new millennium, show us what you got. Wow.
Sitwa 1999.
But guess sathi sajongele yo new millennium kwafika load shedding yathi yo hold my wig.
Sizobonana kwelandelayo. Good night team.